have experiences that touch our heart to the core, that change us in a way that is just so life transforming. So today I want to share a story with you guys about experience I had with my horse. I believe this is a message of faith. I've been an animal behaviorist working with animals for 25 years. I owned and operated a 70 horse boarding and training facility for many years, and I've lived my whole life surrounded by animals. And I have just learned over time they are such a gift in our lives. And I know from my own personal experience that we cannot always prevent tragedy with our animals or a difficult passing. When we lose an animal, it's very painful, and I've lost many. But this story is a little story about hope, a little story about faith, and it happened to me, and I just want to celebrate it. This little mare that I'm talking about, her name is Destiny. She was born May 5th in the year 2000. She's 13 years old, going to be 14 years old, and I was there during her delivery. I imprinted her, and she has basically been my personal horse. Nobody else has really ever ridden her. And her and I have developed a relationship so incredible. The lightness and the softness and the connection. Having a horse that you've developed that relationship with from birth is very special. Had her mother for 3 decades of my life. I also have her brother. He's a gelding. He's 22. So these 3 horses have been very special in my life, and those of you who are animal lovers know that connection, that intuitive connection that we have. And so this was a very difficult situation because she colicked very badly, and having taken care of so many horses, I knew the drill. I started walking, trying to keep her comfortable, watching her. We were up all night long, and I just had this sinking feeling inside that, this could really be bad. This could really go bad, and I'm not ready for that, and she's still here. So suddenly the relationships in our life become real clear to how important they are when we are faced with losing them. And so I had to fight. I had to pray. I had to do everything I knew to do. And so I started noticing when I was waking up at 3 in the morning and taking these walks, the skies were brilliant. I was seeing things in the sky that were so incredible, and it just kept me going. It just inspired me, and I just started to ask myself, what could I do different this time? How could I see this problem different with the knowledge and the skills that I've developed after all of these years? Is there anything more that I can do? Because I was faced with the reality of getting to the end of my resources, and it was when the vet told me basically, this isn't good. It's going to get worse before it gets better. The next morning when I came out to check her, I was horrified when I looked up and saw that she was cast in the corral. The way that her body was contorted in the bars, I was sure she was dead. Those 100 feet of running were trying to come to grips with what I was going to have to accept. And when I got up there, she lifted up her head and whinnied at me. Still alive. We had struggled to walk her across the property. We got over to an area, and she just fell down near the grass. And I just thought, all right, this is it again. She just laid there quietly. And at that point, I decided I was going to document the story. I was afraid to document it because if I did, and she did pass, I didn't know if I'd ever want to look at the footage. So that night, when I had put the message out on Facebook, I had a friend of mine comment. His name is White Feather, and he has introduced me to harmonic, Native American harmonic flutes. And I had been experimenting with them because they were so calming to me when I would listen to them. and I noticed that it started calming my anxieties and migraine headaches and neck aches, and I was beginning to relax. And so over the last 3 months, I had been really feeling good. So when he commented, I made a note to him that I wish you could come over and play the flutes for her. And the next thing I know, about an hour later, he pulls up. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm here. You asked me. She needs me." Apparently, he wasn't even going to check Facebook again, but he just felt strong about checking it one more time and saw my message. And I was so grateful because I'd been up for days and days walking her and doing all the things I could do. And so he set up his flute. And what you're about to see is some footage of what happened next. This is December 14th. Today's December 14th. My mare Destiny has been colicking for a few days. The weather's changed. We're right in the middle of a full moon. And I'm just really grateful right now because a good friend of mine, White Feather, has come out and he's brought his flutes and his good energy. And we're going to try a little different method. Her body's really tight right now, and when a horse colics, things can get clogged. She has passed some manure this morning, but it's got a lot of sand in it. So she's got some sand colic going on, so I'll be treating her for that. She's very sore. She's very tight. She's very tired and a little dehydrated. And so we're going to do some spiritual flute work and just raise her vibration, see if we can't get her to relax. I guess my message today is just the power of prayer, the power of friendships, and embracing the miracles, embracing the good times. Yes, cycles do end, and sometimes we don't have that chance, but I just want to say, if you're in that moment where you've got that chance, maybe you'll think about this story. I will put the information if you are interested in finding out more about this flute music. I think everybody should have a CD in their barn, even if it's only for you to stay calm around your horses. Well, thank you for coming out.
You're welcome.
Would you like to share anything about this experience?
The experience of sound and healing, it is a wonderful experience of life. I'm a shamanic healer and a sound practitioner as well, and this is my first experiment with beautiful horses like this. So we will continue on with our journey of light and love, and thank you. One love to the one tribe. Aho.
Amen.